So here's the spot I'm going to work on right there. And I just have a Craftsman style gun here. I'm going to heat it up using 800. I might kick it up to 1000 for a second just to get the whole area heated. So let's give it a shot here. So this is starting at 800. And the only other tool I have right now is a bag of ice. And I don't know if you can see that, it's already coming out. This is at 800. And I think it's just drawing it taut. Let me just try to get the exposure down a little bit. There you can see that. It's almost completely flat. I'm gonna hit it with ice. It hasn't been cleaned yet, so you're seeing a scratch mark in there, and I can still feel an indentation. When I rub this over, I can still feel an indentation right there. So I don't know if that's gonna come out underneath, but then I can work at that later to try to get that scratch out of there. This is all really, really pliable right now. Ouch. Okay, I'm gonna ice it. Ice around the edges first. And work my way towards the center. Check that to the touch. Still really warm. So as I drag this over there, I can still feel indentation there. So I don't think it's gonna come out totally unless I put a needle in there and try to fill it with something. Right there, it's just a little tiny dent. But boy, does it look a lot better than it did. I'm gonna heat it once more. How pliable that is. Let's wipe that out later. But that's, to me, that's good enough. That's a heck of a lot better than it was. I'll try to take a before and after picture. Pull this off. Wow, that's a lot better. Okay. So, I mean, just look. You can see there's still just ever so slightly a dip there, but once I clean that scratch out, and I think a lot of that scratch will come out of there, and you know, might have to get a little bit of touch up on that, but I mean, if you look, it's pretty much level with the rest of the dash. So I'm pretty happy with that. This car's had an aftermarket radio, so somebody's gone in and spudged this all up and pulled these out before. But these little tabs do pull out of here. So I've never pulled these out myself, so bear with me here. Just a little bit more will get you there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this at 800 degrees. And I'm gonna hit this spot right here. Okay, look at that. We're actually probably seeing, I think I'm seeing dust. Look at this, wait. Look at that. What the hell is in there? Okay, so step 2, let's pull this grill out. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna put the screws in and button it up and show you what it looks like. Here it is all buttoned back together. So again, this summer I'll come in and I'll clean these pieces up, you know, maybe recoat them or whatever, and then try to figure out what this gap is. And but that's pretty decent. There's the spot there that had some spots that were pushed in. This one right There, look at that. Right there. So let's hit that. And then you can see it disappear. It just goes away. And then ice it. Hopefully that holds the fabric in place. Vinyl, whatever it is, whatever the covering is. Gone. Board's been out, and I fixed the other side, and it's got these dents in it. This is one of those things you stare at all day long when you drive this car. And there's plenty of videos on doing stuff like this, but some of this you find buried in chat rooms or forums or threads and this, that, and the other thing. But here's how I'm getting the dents out of my 124 dash, and I'm telling you, it had a big one right there, right above this vent control. So I'm gonna fix these dents. At least try. I'm gonna use the 800-degree setting on this Craftsman heat gun. I stripped all my woodwork with this thing. It's been great. I use 800 degrees because 1,000 is just a little much. I think it turns all the padding way too soft and gushy. Gotta be real careful with it. So it's a lot of just applying the heat and then checking it with your fingers, making sure it's not getting too hot. Some of these you might just see completely just kind of shrink up and disappear. They look like they used a tool with a hard end on it, obviously, and pushed this dash up into place. So I don't know what kind of work was done on it. Again, it just got, all right, that one's starting to go. There it is, gone. Look at that right there. Now once it's gone, I'm gonna hit it with ice. That's gone. I'm gonna hit it with ice. Okay, and that's gonna tighten up the skin. Just cool to the touch. There you go. There's one just out of sight of the camera. Let's work on these ones first. I'm gonna try to get these ones. Look at that, it's gone. I can't believe that. I've been staring at these for about 2 months. Driving me nuts. Okay, let's heat up this corner. Pull this out a little bit. There it is. So, I mean, it's really hot. I can feel it. It's really hot. There they go. Gets to a certain temp and then they're gone. Pulls tight. Okay, those are gone. All gone. Look at that. Love it. Hit it with ice. Just pulled it nice and tight. The ice is going to keep that in place. Gone. Right on that edge. So I'm going to heat that up. This one will probably just take a second. So it's still there. I can smell it now, so you gotta be real careful. Don't just get in there and check it. That one's gone. You don't want to lose the grain either. It looks like I might have left it on there a little too long because it got a little smooth right there. I might have lost a little grain, so you just gotta be really careful with that. So let's pull this off. Take one last look up close. I mean, that's a nice clean edge now. I really like that. So I've never done this before. Give it a shot. I'm gonna pull the speaker grill out this winter or this summer. It's cold out, so I'm gonna pull this out. On the other side, there's a nice 3-way speaker dropped in, so I'll probably just leave that in. All right.